Hi everybody, it's Miss Royball here. I wanted to do a little recording of drawing a car. This here is a CordL29 convertible coupe by designer Soknovsky. It's an Auburn Speedster. Okay, it's really quite interesting. So I'm going to start off by working with the fender. And if you notice, my paper is just a little bit bigger than the car itself, okay? So I'm going to use my paper as a guide to draw this car. So what I'm going to first start off with is the bumper, okay? So let me put this a little closer so you can see that bumper, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the bumper. I want to draw it a little bit closer to the bottom because it's pretty close to the bottom where the wheel is, okay? So what I'm going to do is kind of draw a little bit of a wheel, just the shape of it. Not very dark. Remember, you guys need to use soft pressure. So I'm going to draw the little vertical, sort of like knobby looking thing, and then I'm going to draw a curve. And then I'm going to do the same curve on the bottom. And I'm going to split it up in the center with a thick line so it shows that that's separated, okay? Then we have the part of the end of the bumper, sort of like a metal flat piece. Has some little bolts on it. Then there's a little pole, small black looking pole shape. And then the other flat piece, see more of it, some little bolts. Then it extends a little with a little shape, and then we'll do the other part of it. And we're going to curve it up a little because that's the direction it seems to be going. Okay? And this one you can kind of separate these a little bit easier because they seem to have a little bit more of a space. Okay? So that's our little bumper. Okay? Now I'm going to work on the wheel on the passenger side. Okay? And we don't see the whole wheel because the fender covers most of it. And these wheels are, I'm drawing kind of lightly, that way you can see that if I need to adjust them, it'll be easier and I won't have to erase a lot. So right above this tire is the fender. Curves up, goes down, and it's right in front of this part here, and then it goes underneath over here, and it's sort of like a rounded shape, and it stops right at the front of this bumper, right underneath this little section here. Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop it. Okay, then there's this other section here. It's sort of like an oval. You don't see it as a complete circle. Okay, and that takes you up to the grill. There's a little bump over here. I'm just going to draw a little line, and then we're going to work on the fender. It's curved, and it kind of straightens out once you curve it up, and then it flattens out. We don't want to go too far. I might have gone a little too far because the headlight is right above here, and I'm going to draw the headlight. And then we're going to draw the back of it, the silver part, the chrome. Okay? And I won't draw the whole thing because your grill is going to be right there, going right up. And it goes up a little ways and curves in. and then we have sort of like a bump, a hill, and then it goes across. And then you have your other headlight, which is a little bit higher than this one because it's closer. Okay? Now I'm not going to draw the whole thing because just like the fender on the other side, this one's covering. It goes down right about here, and it has the flap that's about just above where the grill would be. So we're going to go like this. And then we're going to curve it. We're going to go up, over, and down. This part here kind of curves around, and then it curves down to go down to where the door is. Then we're going to draw this other wheel. So you can see the front of the wheel is right next to the fender. These wheels are kind of angled down. I don't know that they're even. That one might be a little bit lower than the other one. Okay? So I'm going to draw that wheel softly. I'll adjust it later. You see that part of it. You can see the front of it. And it's sort of like a crescent because you don't see it all the way down. Okay. Same with the other one over here. We'll do the details on those after we finish. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw across. We've got the headlight. You can do the details of the chrome grill. You can draw the lines down to draw those details. We're going to do this little emblem here, this little, sort of looks like a feather. Okay. Then we have the bottom of the chassis and the bottom of the car underneath this fender. Then I'm going to, I might have curved this a little too much. It may need to be straightened out a little bit, but that's what makes my drawing very unique. So we're going to draw the windshield, and then this doesn't go up very high. Then you're going to draw the top, sort of like a little border. And we have to foreshorten this, okay? So that means it's sort of angled and we need to change the shape of it so it fits. Over here is probably where the rear view mirror is. And then the tire, the spare tire, okay? Now, if you notice, this side is getting shorter, so I need to foreshorten it a little bit. That means I need to angle these shapes so they will fit a little bit better, okay? So I'm going to finish with the top of the cab, and then I'm going to do the window, and then the door, so this might just angle a little bit, not so much curve. So I'm running out of space, looks like. So my car might end up being a little bit shorter, okay? We've got the rear view oval. Look how small that rear view window is, rear window. And we have a seat. Okay, now let's see if I can get the rest of this. So I'm going to cut off part of this car because I ran out of space. And that's okay, it's called cropping, okay? So we have part of the tire here, and then you can do all the details afterwards. Let's see, what else did I have missing here? So we're going to go back over and go back through the tires, and you can draw. There's some little details here. It goes right behind the light. And then I don't know what other little details are over here. And it kind of curves down around here. You can do your shading. That's where you can use your shading to imply that there's a little bit of a bend or curve right here. Okay, so you can draw the wheel. You can draw the wheel, see where it's cool. And you can do the little details. And those are all the little things that you can add for your car. I hope this helps. And then after you've finished and you're happy with your lines, you can always go back over them and darken them. And there's our little tutorial, partial. So here, you can draw, and then you see how because it's angled, it looks like it's crooked, but it's actually, you're looking at it from a different angle. So there you go.